If you are an HR leader or a startup founder trying to scale your engineering or operations team, India is likely at the top of your list. The talent pool is massive, but if you treat hiring in India like hiring a remote worker in Europe or the US, you are walking into a regulatory minefield. In 2026, India's employment landscape is strictly governed by a complex web of state and central regulations, including the newly rolled out consolidated labor codes. Get it wrong, and you risk severe worker misclassification penalties, loss of intellectual property, and major tax liabilities. Today, we are doing a critical deep dive into exactly how to hire legally in India. We will break down local employment laws, mandatory statutory costs, and how to onboard a local team in days, completely compliant, without spending thousands of dollars setting up a local entity. Let's get into it. Let's start with the legal reality. India does not recognize at-will employment. Every single hire requires a compliant, written appointment letter or contract stating their exact designation, hours, and social security entitlements. But here is where most foreign companies get blindsided. The 50% rule under the Consolidated Code on Wages. In India, an employee's compensation is structured as a cost to company, or CTC. Under current regulations, a worker's basic salary must account for at least 50% of that total CTC package. Why does this matter to you? Many companies try to artificially lower the basic salary to reduce their tax and benefit burdens. If you do that now, you fail compliance audits instantly. Beyond the base pay, as an employer, you are legally obligated to manage and remit state-level and central contributions by the 15th of every month. First, you have the Employees' Provident Fund, which is a mandatory 12% employer contribution toward retirement savings. Next is the Employee State Insurance, requiring a 3.25% contribution for medical coverage for eligible wage brackets. Then you have gratuity and statutory bonuses. Under the Gratuity Act, you must provision 15 days of wages for every year of service, payable when an employee exits after qualifying timelines. If you manage this manually, you have to track multi-state professional taxes, handle state-specific leave allocations, and calculate complex tax deducted at source, or TDS, brackets. So, how do you actually hire them? You have three paths. First, you can build your own local subsidiary. You file with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, secure local directors, set up local banking, and register for corporate taxes. It takes 3 to 6 months and thousands of dollars before you can make a single hire. Unless you're placing 50 or more people immediately, this is an operational bottleneck. Second, you can hire them as independent contractors. This is fast, but dangerous if misused. Under the Indian Contract Act, if a contractor works fixed hours exclusively for you under your direct control, authorities can reclassify them as full-time employees. That means massive back taxes, statutory penalties, and potential IP disputes if your contract isn't bulletproof. Third, you can utilize an employer of record, or EOR. In this model, you partner with a provider that already owns a registered legal entity in India. They become the legal employer on paper, handling local registration, localized contracts, tax withholding, and monthly statutory fund contributions. They assume 100% of the legal compliance and payroll liability while you maintain day-to-day management of your team. This is exactly where Deel steps in to solve the entire operational headache. Deel operates as an EOR using its own wholly owned legal entity based in Bengaluru. They don't outsource to sketchy third-party aggregators, meaning you get complete legal control and direct audit trails. When you use Deel to hire in India, the platform handles everything automatically. First, it generates instant local contracts. Deel's compliance engine builds employment agreements that are perfectly aligned with the latest state Shops and Establishments Acts and the 50% basic wage rule. Second, it runs automated statutory payroll. It calculates and withholds accurate TDS income tax brackets, executes monthly EPF and ESI challan remittances by the legal deadlines, and structures local bonuses. Third, it automates vetted onboarding and background checks. Deel handles local KYC documentation, digital signatures, and runs localized compliance checks, including educational and local police clearance certificates, directly inside the dashboard. If you need to hire contractors instead, Deel's contractor of record system locks down global IP assignments, collects local PAN details, and handles FEMA-compliant cross-border payments seamlessly. Stop letting operational debt slow down your global engineering or product expansion. You don't need to wait months for entity registration or stay up late worrying about multi-state compliance audits in Delhi or Bengaluru. If you are ready to scale your team in India without the legal overhead, use the link in the description below to book a live demo with Deel. If you found this compliance breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button, drop your questions about Indian payroll in the comments, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.